All right. Dr. Umar Johnson spoke on it. Let's see what he had to say.
Oh, I'm
Because
for Dr. Umar Johnson. Yeah.
every penny you get from reparations is going to go to the Chinaman, to the Arab, to the Jew.
Yep.
It's going to Mercedes. It's going to and then black people say, you don't know that that's true. Yes, I do know that that's true. You know why? Because as a psychologist, the best predictor of future behavior is current behavior.
Right.
So you mean to tell me we're going to radically change our spending habits with the reparations money?
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
When you've never been responsible with your own damn money? What happened to all the stimulus checks Black America got? What we do with that for the people? Because
Well, I think it's a difference between getting $1,500 or whatever it was and getting thousands of dollars. I think you probably handle that money a little differently.
Yeah, you are.
One is I'm broke and I got some extra money. I'm gonna do what I want to do with it. Just you probably gonna burn it quickly.
True.
When you getting a couple $100,000, you're probably gonna look at it a lot differently than quick money. It ain't quick money at that point. I'm gonna say it is quick money, but it's a much larger sum. Now, some will say, well, that means you're gonna spend that more money. You're gonna spend that on more stuff faster. I don't think so. But he's a psychologist, so he may. I don't know. What do you got to say about it?
I'm going to say my opinion for the other clip.
Oh, this one right here. But shout out to this dude right here, too. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the podcast. We used a clip from this podcast a few months ago where they had a Haitian girl on their show who was talking crazy about Black Americans. And this dude here.
Oh, wow. Regina talking shit.
What? She
said Dr. Umar Johnson mad because his donations ain't yielding the profits of him fast enough.
Well, hell, if they get reparations, they might.
I'm gonna have to go at that tether today too. Sorry, he half tether. You know, I have to pull out that card when I need to.
Wow. But shout out to this dude. He the one who checked the Haitian girl who was on the show who was talking crazy about Black Americans.
They're always talking crazy about Black Americans.
He was the only Black American in the room, and he stood
Only
tall.
time we say something about y'all is when y'all say something about us.
Let's see what Umar has to say on this point.
Stereotype that some Africans or Caribbeans or other black people feel towards Black Americans.
Well, the white man's original tactic of divide and conquer, separate and rule is still his most cherished weapon against African people. You see, understandably, when people look at America up until now being, quote unquote, the most powerful country in the world, if you want to get down with the most powerful country in the world, you're going to have to despise who they despise. And since America has done such a great job despising African people, anybody who wants to come to this country, even if they are African, are going to seek somebody else's company other than ours, right? That doesn't make what...
Now Regina attacking me. She said Travis love him some Dr. Umar. Boy, Gina on Martin.
They do right. But we have to look at the fact that we as African people in America haven't done a whole lot collectively to make ourselves the power base we should be for all African people.
Now, this is what I disagree with on this part right here. When he says that Black Americans basically saying they have a duty to become the power base for African or Black people across the globe. Wouldn't the continent that has the most people be the one that have that?
Shouldn't they be shouldn't they be a role model for us?
Exactly.
Instead of us having to be a role model for them.
I remember I talked about this before when back in the early 2000s or late 90s, Asia or Chinese, the Chinese were trying hard to get Mandarin into Ivy League schools, but they didn't care to put it in the schools because China had no power. We don't care about what y'all doing. Now Mandarin is taught in all those schools because China has power now. So it would benefit Africa if they, how they say it, pull themselves up by their bootstraps, made themselves somewhat of a power on the planet. Then you can then have certain expectations on Black Americans and Black people in general.
Fuck Dr. Umar Johnson for this. He shouldn't have said this. I don't know why I kind of understand. I know why he said it, but
Pan-African,
when you look at it, you go like, really? You saying that shit too?
Yeah. He's also said other things. He also made the point out that Black Americans aren't respected in certain aspects by them and how they need to be more
so
respectful.
We are not respected by them.
He didn't say all of them, he was saying some. But yeah.
Why should we be funding them?
He basically said, you know how they always say it's they've been programmed by the white man, you know.
And most of us has been unprogrammed.
What he's saying is they don't have all they always say is they don't have the education.
Shit, they got the education.
I don't mean book education. I mean the understanding, societal understanding of black people in their place on the globe.
That's bullshit.
When they see white people, they're coming to give them water wells, food, and stuff. They see them as good people. They don't see them the same way we see them.
When they see white people, they know that that's their cash money and they're willing to be their escort.
With our education, with our income, being the richest group of African people in the world in terms of take-home pay,
Right.
we should be the power base for African people throughout the world.
Right.
Y'all need institutions, we're going to fund them. Y'all have a problem with your water, we're going to fund that. You understand me? You got a medical crisis, we're going to take care of that. We have the resources, we got the personnel, we got the expertise, we got the money. We should be the power base. So when an African comes to America from outside of this country, they say, well, wait a minute now. If I align myself with the African American, what is in that for me? Because I don't even see the African American doing anything for themselves on a collective basis.
Right.
We have success, but it's all individual, right? There's very few institutions that we run and control independently. Let's take it to Little League. When you go for the Little League football team or the basketball team, do you go try out for the team that's losing every year? Or do you want to be on the championship team? Most children want to be on the championship team. So when Africans from the diaspora come to America, they see two teams, the black team, that has lost 157 straight Super Bowls since the end of slavery, right? And the white team that seem like they still winning and doing great. I want to align my white team. Now, the mistake that Africans in the diaspora are making is that if you do not link up with us, your national homeland will never be free either. See, what they do to African people anywhere, they do to African people everywhere. So if you come from Nigeria, you come from Ghana, you come from Jamaica, you come from Turks and Caicos, you don't associate with African people, you go get you a snow bunny, move up on the west side, you can do all that. But understand, your life is only as sacred as white people allow it to be.
That's what George waiting on, that cash. that reparations sum, that loan.
So you don't agree with him at all on that, or at least his reasoning as to why he's trying to give a reason as to why.
Don't blame us.
They carry themselves a certain way.
Don't blame us.
He basically saying they do that because y'all losing.
Brilliantly flawed. Higher ups know we'll never liberate ourselves speaking the slavish, demonic dialect. Yep. Tethers see whiteness as supremacy. They seek as well. Umar is a clown. I would never trust this nonsense. If Umar a clown, Travis is the clown.
George.
Wait, was that a propaganda campaign he just put forth?
I mean, you know. Now I'm about to play this. They was talking crazy.
I need a recipe for them mud pies. Like them crab cakes George be asking for. We want a recipe for them mud pies.
Okay.
A little dirt, a little water.
Now, in this video, these are some Haitian. I don't know if they're Haitian, but all of them is Haitian. But I think they're Haitian. And they was talking crazy about Black Americans on their podcast. They was talking crazy. I didn't go to the full video. I saw some of it. I'm just going to play a few clips.
So you can't put it in context of what they were saying. This may have just been a moment in the discussion.
Yeah, it was just a moment.
Where it got out of hand.
Yeah, it got out of hand.
But somebody reeled it back in and say, y'all know y'all fucked up, right?
Yeah, we'll find that at some point.
Okay.
All right.
American beef. Do you guys feel like it's a beef?
I don't feel like it's no beef, but I do feel like it's beef with your people.
I wouldn't say it's beef, but it's like hate. I wouldn't say no beef because motherfuckers want to be us.
I got 12 seconds to the video and I almost had a brain aneurysm.
His big ass. Look at them big ass people on that couch. How the fuck they fit on that couch? His big ass. God damn.
She said we want to be them.
Who he like Big Worm.
Oh, he Cuban, ain't he? Now she said that we want to be them. I'm gonna just press play.
It's definitely hate. The gag.
Nah, ain't no beef, man. We all one. We all one. You know, peace, love.
Got you. So what you feel the beef is, V? Personally,
ain't no beef. I feel like.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You can't do that.
More big people.
Okay, go ahead. When you say B, it sound V. Because you call me V.
So,
who are these people?
They just came across the time. They just came across the timeline. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Who are these people?
Who that nigga on that name?
Hoppo. Ooh, this woman.
Yeah, I call her B, but now BB, how do you feel
Oh, you talking to me, right?
Yeah, I'm talking to
okay.
you, my bad.
Okay, so honestly, I feel
They
like
so fat, they are gravity.
it's not beef.
Okay.
That couch has Jesus' blessing on it.
George.
It's a testimony to his power.
Virginia said, "What do you think is behind all the anti-black rhetoric coming
Oh
from
my God.
some black immigrants? They literally come here seeking the dream
Oh my
that the black
God.
Americans know is a nightmare. Well, that's part of the propaganda as well. They've been told that it's a dream. They literally sell a dream. Ain't that crazy? When somebody said it to you,
God.
when you're selling a dream, that's dissing you. That's saying that you ain't talking something realistic. But America has literally sold a dream to people. It's crazy. It's
She got
witchcraft.
her hot pink pocketbook on the podcast.
Because beef is when two parties are, you feel me, beefing.
Yeah.
It's hate because it's only hate coming from the other side.
Okay, let me say this.
They delusional.
Let me say this.
They are so delusional.
They sound exactly like you hear some black Americans say, it's one-sided. We don't think about y'all. We don't talk about y'all. How are y'all spending time talking about us? How is it possible they're saying the same thing? Huh? If they're saying the same thing we hear black Americans say, but we don't think about y'all. It's a one-sided thing. We're not even saying nothing to y'all. We don't even diss y'all. We don't think about y'all. They're saying the same thing.
All these motherfuckers having panels on us. They battling. When we gonna go on that show and have black Americans versus anybody?
Oh, cut or something. Hold on. Let me explain. What he's talking about right now is there's a YouTube channel called Cut or something where they have debates between different groups. They have black
Ethnic
American
groups.
Yeah, different ethnic groups. I think they had black and was it?
We can't even say ethnic groups, cultural groups, because Jamaicans want to have a debate or a talk with African Americans, Chinese, Asian, all these different groups want to sit down and have a discussion with us about their gripes.
In the video we talking about, I think is it Asian people? But in the comment section, every group you can think of was saying they want a video.
Even the damn Native Americans, the Hispanics.
They said we want a video with black Americans.
Because that's going to get the most fucking views.
Well, they ain't the views they want to get crossed. I don't think.
Shit.
I feel like no hate to Americans. Like, I have a lot of...
Go ahead.
So why not go after the white man? Ain't no black Americans at the border trying to keep y'all from coming here. Exactly. They claim Haiti is so great that they have clear water, not seaweed water, but y'all asses traveling through and eating mud pies to get here.
Why you keep bringing them? That's messed up.
Fuck them.
And you're going to regret that later.
I'm not going to regret shit.
Back thinking and say, I shouldn't have been saying that.
You know what? I'm not going to regret it. Because in this space, in this time, I have a right to say that because I'm only reacting to what they're giving me.
Do you want, is it two right? How they said, do two wrongs make a right?
If they have something they want to say about black Americans, that's a stereotype that we do, they more than welcome to say it.
Okay, go ahead.
They are based in Florida but blaming the entire community. They mad that we don't celebrate flag of the biracial massacre.
Oh, Lord.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
No, the biracial, I think she's talking about the 1804.
Oh, yeah. No way you love yourself and want to live with the one skinny dude riding the Krispy Kreme wave.
Speak for myself.
I was 57, now 58 when I realized most black Americans are tailors. I ignorantly see black skin and assume black person. He must be from Alabama. Regina, don't listen to Travis and Eastwood Taylor shit. Just find truth and don't listen to Travis. 1804 forever. Travis is touching ankles.
I will say this though. They definitely, that's their big joker. Like whenever you talk to a Haitian person about anything cultural or anything ethnic, they bring up 1804. It's like, damn, okay, we know.
And they take pride. They're like, yes, we're
they
poor.
Should, though. They won.
Did you win?
They won.
Did you win?
Yes, they won.
But you won and you go into the very places that you fought against.
What do you mean?
Like they go to those countries and live there.
That's not. I'm saying they won that war.
They won the land of the mud pies.
Friends, and I love my American friends, but it's some Americans, like, I don't know if it's because of the fact that y'all, like, the white man, like, basically erased y'all culture. Like, y'all don't really have any culture, and the very fact that Carribrians, we're like, we have something.
Exactly.
We're all the same color.
I'm about to say that Scorpio Sashay Shantae. Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Here they are dressing and walking and talking like us. Exactly.
Let
Look
me
how
say
she.
this though. In this
Which
video,
y'all shouldn't really want that image that she presenting right now.
I will say this though. If you notice, most of the heat is coming from the women, and I have a theory as to why. I'm not saying this all the time. I've seen dudes from other countries talk crazy about Black Americans, but a lot of the times when you see them talk crazy, especially from the women, I believe that when you look at on the global level, when you talk about the face of Black female beauty, is Black American women.
They the cream of the crop.
So I think a lot of Black women from other countries have a little bit of, spite for that. Like, I believe so.
I mean, look at the wig, the baby hair.
Okay, let's move on.
Thing that
'Cause you
divides us, which is our culture, and I feel like y'all don't like that.
Someone throw that hungry bitch a
we,
Twinkie.
We are different because basically y'all want us to feel like we all the same, which we are. You feel me? We was all slaves, but at the end of the day, we are different. Like, we
Understandable.
It's crazy because
Thank you.
Nothing she said just there made sense.
Thank you. We appreciate you for pointing out the difference.
I'm gonna play another clip. Hold on.
For a lot of the Black people, like our
Ooh.
African American,
Let me
The
say
one
this
skinny
one right
one
here.
in the room.
This one right here didn't get a
She had
chance
the
to
most vitriol.
She didn't get it all off her chest because she was.
Oh, she was
on-
picked on when she was in school.
She had a
That-
lot of smoke.
Take that lace front and rainbow dress off, honey.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep, sounds like jealousy, Kiefer. Confusion is warfare 101, and she's Haitian.
The fuck?
The fuck?
Americans, first of all, to have so much to say about other Black people as far as Jamaicans, Haitians, and other Caribbean islands, it's like y'all have so much.
She ain't Haitian, so she's Jamaican or something.
Damn, that couch buckling.
Yeah.
Jesus might be tested.
All right, y'all. do.
Just say, like, for example, back in the day, like Haitians was dirty, Haitians was this, Haitians was that, Haitians was that, but
Haitians
baby,
eat cat.
y'all dirty too. Like,
Hey, now, dude, when I heard this, she said y'all dirty too.
You heard
As in-
that's a family member way down the line.
She didn't say they not dirty. She
She's
said,
like,
y'all
yeah,
dirty too.
we dirty, but y'all dirty too.
Oh, it's crazy.
like if I'm saying, if we're gonna look at it and look how what it was, baby, y'all dirty too. Y'all walk around barefoot. Y'all can't clean y'all meat.
No, I ain't finna say that.
Sometimes y'all can't cook. So it's like if we gonna compare different things, it's like really what y'all mad about, like B said, like y'all just don't have no roots. Y'all don't have no history for real.
Yeah.
The only history that y'all really have is we were slaves and somebody, fixed it for us and then we back here. I mean, the only history that I really could say y'all physically probably have was probably the time when Martin Luther King and them was here. Because I feel like they
Ninth grade
did like, a
cafeteria
lot
talk.
more as far as the Black, African American culture for y'all. But other than that, it's like y'all
Yeah, this is like the DC,
DC.
Be More Beef. Pointless.
Y'all
Oh.
dirty. 2, when I take a shit, I call it a Haitian.
Oh my God. Y'all
God
talking crazy.
damn.
You started this. You started this. Oh, well, I don't know what to say.
They want to convince us other Black people outside of America are great so bad it's not working. I agree with you, Honorable Sienna. It's like
I told you about what this is before.
yeah. You already said it, so just say it.
Because Black Americans have such a high level of visibility, we are the face of Black culture. So whenever these people, no matter where they from, go to another country, they tell them I'm Jamaican or I'm some African country. It's like you're a subgroup of Black. So Black is Black American, and if you're anything else, you're a subgroup. So they feel like their culture has to be connected to Black American culture in order to be visible.
But why don't well, I can't say that because they're different.
Okay.
y'all really don't have nothing.
And she said, people
Dreaky
said
Drake.
we dirty in our own country.
Across the globe, they trying to trash like Americans, but they literally copy us down. That's true.
That's true.
And like
Who
y'all
said
can't
we
even-
dirty in our own country?
Keith.
Kiefer said we dirty in our own country. We're
Listen,
dirty in our own country.
y'all really don't have no food. Like, yeah, fried chicken and stuff, but white people eat that. You guys are white and Black. Y'all are still
Whoa.
Americans. You get what I'm saying? So only the difference that between the African Americans and like Americans that live in the United States is that one's white and one's Black. But y'all honestly came from the same roots. The
And
only thing
honestly,
is, y'all
that's
was
why-
slaves and y'all was manipulated to feel like y'all was so different, but y'all are just the same as both of them. So I just feel like it's more so like, not even that it's beef, it's just hate. It's just not even
my
hate,
God.
it's envy.
It's more like educate. People gotta be more educated.
Educated.
Okay,
You gotta be educated. All right.
Fuck them. And why should I give a fuck what you want to be? Because you're not me. Fuck you. Regina said that's very interesting, dude. Because I never considered that they consider themselves a subgroup. Bring the flaw. I want my marriage to be as strong as those couch legs.
Old enough.
Keeper said we built this country. Damn it.
Americans and Haitians can't. All right, let me say this. I'm gonna make a point right quick. Which says that because a lot of these people make this point that Black Americans have no culture. Now I've made the point that Black Americans do have a culture, but today, and as far as 2023, our culture is very weak because a lot of our people do not participate in the culture that we come from. Through hip hop, whatever you want to say, our culture has been has been watered down a lot through actions, maybe outside the community and within. We gotta put some blame on ourselves too. But whenever I hear people from the Caribbean in particular say to talk about culture, you go, man, look, that one thing that you constantly celebrate, Carnival, whatever it's called,
Carnival.
you got that from white people. That was it Lupercali, whatever it's called. That is a celebration of pagan gods from Europe. And they've told you y'all started that shit because y'all got away from slavery. Like, just stop. If we really look at these Caribbean countries and we start talking about culture, you really don't want to go into that.
And your culture is very demonic.
That's what I'm about to say. Y'all really don't want to go into the hypersexuality and all this stuff that's in your culture. Like, you really want to stop and leave it alone. Like, just leave that alone.
We are the only Black people globally. Period. They are their failed nation everywhere they go. There's nothing in Haiti I want to know or celebrate.
We are a culture. We are not our parents' culture, and that is the what we were programmed with.
They beat the rebellion out of the Caribbean people. They made no impact or contribution to God.
But yeah, so whenever I see these rants that they do, I can tell by the energy.
Culture has been infiltrated.
I could tell by the energy of this one right here. She's dealt with some stuff.
She was picked on.
I can tell she had way too much energy.
They call her dirty. That's why she started out with the dirty. Somebody said her dirty ass hate.
And here's the thing though with Black Americans, if something happened with you one time, that's you forever. If you're going to work one day musty and the Black group of people at your job will be like, so and so musty ass. Like, it could be a year later.
You always gonna be known as
the
being
musty
stankin'.
person. So well, how to get on there? Keep in mind, I didn't grow
her
up.
Baby hair looked dirty.
I didn't grow up around Haitians. I did not know any Haitians growing up.
Honestly, we only grew up around
Mexicans
and white people and Native Americans.
That's it.
I saw a couple Asians.
All the Asian shit, the Asian Chinese people and all this stuff.
I maybe had like 5 biracial people that I knew.
That's it. Like, for the most part, we didn't grow up around no other Black people except Black Americans.
However,
so wait. So for you to say that Black Americans in your area was calling you dirty, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a Black American, I'm gonna say, well, why are they calling you dirty? So now, without even meeting a Haitian, you telling me that means y'all must be dirty. I mean, it is what it is. Go ahead.
This is very convoluted, very complicated. As a Bobby Hermit stated, man, this shit
crazy. This shit over.
As an African, that is true. It seems she's advocating for us to separate our history from whites, but we built and we fight for one country. That's the reality.
Well, that's the thing. I think a lot of people outside of this country, whenever we talk about America, they think we're talking about America. We're talking about Black America. It's Black America is different. It's two Americas. But I think outside of this country, they don't understand that.
But once they get here, I believe they see it.
It takes about most of the time whenever a person who comes here, and that's not just with Black people, that's with any group. When they first get here, they're very conservative, separate from the other groups, just assimilate as fast as possible. But it takes about 2 or 3 generations, and then you'll notice their kids will be like, oh, this shit crazy. Then they'll start identifying the separate cultures and understanding the nuance of the whole situation.
See, Regina, those are fat fucks. You're beautiful just the way you are. and a better singer than Travis. You don't let Travis change you for the love of the boule. Well, wait a minute. How you know Regina a better singer than me?
She put a singer video, remember?
Okay, he hasn't heard me sing on mic before.
Because you won't do it. I try to trick you into doing it, but you won't.
I'm not catering to those fucks. Sorry, my text is not working today. Might need to reboot my phone.
Okay. All right, now I'm gonna show this last video. They talking about colorism. I'm not gonna talk about the colorism part. Once again, I'm just talking about the part of them using Black American culture to put their story
out there
to get light to their story. This woman is Nigerian, but she's going to use Black American history to put nuance and understanding to her culture's problems, basically.
Colorism issues that started during slavery and have continued to impact our communities, our families.
Travis probably sound like the barge. Fuck you.
When it comes to light skin versus dark skin narrative, the lasting impact of the paper bag test, you have preferential treatment between siblings, and simply.
Now keep in mind, this woman is Nigerian, but she's talking about the paper bag test. I'm pretty sure the paper bag test had nothing to do with Nigeria.
Just how we see ourselves as.
What?
Brilliantly flawed. Stop capping. Also, George says the barge sounds good.
Oh yeah.
So George liked the barge.
Human beings within the community of color. So tonight we are talking about colorism and its impact on the Black community and Black families. I would love to.
I'm just gonna jump. Hold on.
Reset. It's a learned behavior that definitely put in folks.
I'm Nigerian, and we have different phrases for Black and for white. And the term for white is ocha. Now that means white, but that also means clean.
Now this is old ass understanding. We've been saying this since this is what Dr. Umar was talking about when he said that we have a different understanding of society and what's going on around us. What she's saying, Black people were saying this in the early 1900s about
no sound
about white meaning pure and clean and all this other stuff, and Black means dirty and dangerous and all this other stuff. So this is old. So how does this woman find a way to input her culture and the reason why they are dealing with the certain things they're dealing with and tie that to American culture?
Don't know.
But yeah. But yeah, it's two Americas definitely. And they're not able to discern that until they get here and have a lot of time here, and then they understand the difference. But by that time,
never mind.
Go ahead.
No, we've already moved past that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I'm gonna play this last clip. And Travis don't want to give these dudes credit, but they said what we saying right now.
I had this conversation with a good.
Who throws one another under the bus?
You talking about?
Ain't you throwing me under the bus saying I'm gonna play this dude and Travis don't want to get this dude credit? Now, George, this is a brother throwing another brother under the bus because that's throwing me under the bus because you starting off a video saying Travis don't give a fuck what they about to say. He still consider them tethers.
Did you say that?
I said that, but
you don't want people to know?
I'm just giving him an example of throwing somebody under a damn bus.
Good friend of mine, and she and through the conversation, I don't want to get deeper too, but through the conversation, I had a realization that I am not a part of the culture. I'm a observer of the culture and a sort of sometime a participator in the culture.
And when you first hear that, isn't that hard to hear?
It's hard to hear.
It's hard to hear.
It's very hard to hear.
Because that's not what you thought it was.
Right.
You felt like you were in there.
No, hearing this right now is like.
When you
she said, "Could y'all both flip floppers?" Go. What she say?
Travis sounds like potato salad with raisins. He's singing in the shower with headphones on. Let that sink in. Travis sounds like a cat scratching a chalkboard. Honorable Sienna said, she's the bottom caste of the Nigerians. They don't accept her. Her Nigerian husband's family practically disowned him for marrying her.
Damn.
Shantae said, so y'all both flip-floppers. So Shantae calling me a flip-flopper.
How am I?
I don't understand how y'all, if y'all been watching this channel from the beginning, how do y'all call me a flip-flopper? I don't flip-flop. Sassy Travis is the flopper. Duke is the scapegoat.
All right, let's finish playing this.
Call a spade, nigga. My culture is Copa and Guyad. No matter how much I love
shit
rap.
Hurt me, bro.
No matter how much I love rap, My culture isn't cornbread and ham hocks.
Right.
Even though I fuck with it.
But
Right.
here
I'm a
this though.
sauce fly nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You was born in Haiti or you was born
I'm
here?
born
No,
here.
we're born here.
Yeah.
But the
still
culture
the
and the
culture is
foundation of what they stand on has already been laid before we got here,
Yeah.
right? So when we come here, we getting the Jordans and we getting the thing, we watching Fresh Prince, and that's us observing the culture and then mimicking the culture to a certain degree.
Right.
We're
And
not
because
of the culture.
And because we look like
But
them,
even
and because
though
they
we
invite us in and
born
feel like
here,
home.
yeah, even though, bro, this
No, but
conversation
it's
fucked me
on
up,
what
Chris.
It's on their backs.
You gonna give them credit?
Yeah, they get credit. Arnold was saying a paper bag test came from Louisiana Creoles, Haitians cousins.
Y'all giving the
That's
Haitians
crazy.
Creoles?
I called. That's why I called George a Frenchie.
Oh yeah.
He's Haitian because I called. That's why I call his ass a tether. Regina, while at Honorable Sienna, she's very complicated at the class system. It's a whole other faucet. Facet. Shantae said, Travis, you flip flop on Duke when you previously discussed the topic. What did I flip flop on? What did I say? He not wrong though. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
But at least he's talking truth.